Yo, what's up? How's everybody doing out here? Good afternoon. Today's Saturday and it's 1:40, so I'm on here a little bit early. Today we are talking about five things that can get you through your life, five foundational aspects that you need to have in your life, and we're going to be talking about a few things today. If you're new to my show, please put one. If you're watching my show at a later time, put two. And I really do try to come up here and do these videos for you guys, but I just been really busy catching up, DJing, doing all kinds of stuff. But today we're talking about five important foundational aspects to have in your life. Number one, mindset. Having a good mindset. You have to have a mindset. Mindset controls everything. A lot of times we have minds, but we don't have them set. And we make the wrong decisions. We let something else make our decisions. We let other people make our decisions. Number two, good health. You know, I'm always talking about good health all the time, good health. Number three, good credit. And after I get done with the show, I'll tag some people that can help you with your credit. Today I received a letter increasing my credit level. You know, that's a good thing and a bad thing. But I'm so happy, man, because like I've always went to the doctors and went to the hospitals and I owed so much money. And that was the main thing that was dragging my credit and stuff like that. And my credit's going up there. You know, I got all kinds of people sending me credit cards and Discovery, all kinds of cards saying prove, you know. And of course, I'm not going to go for any cards like that. My wife has taught me. My wife's real big about finances and stuff like that. You know, I'm going to sit here and lie to y'all. I've always been a person to spend a lot of money, and I still need to get better at it. But I am. So my credit's up. So credit's very important. Mindset. When I didn't have a mindset, I was making the wrong moves. I was sick. I was thinking that I had to do things when I didn't have to do them because I forgot that I was in charge, you know. I was letting other people's opinion, defeat on what I wanted to do or to be a problem, you know, in my life, you know. I would let people get in my head saying this can't be done. And sometimes I was family members, you know, oh, that can't be done. This can't be done. How are you going to do this? And you need this for this, you know. And today I proved to a lot of people, but not that I proved to a lot of people, I proved to myself. The first thing you got to do is prove to yourself. You know, who cares what anyone else thinks? It's about you. You prove to yourself that you can get your aspects in life together. You know, I had somebody not too long ago hit me up on credit, and I know a little bit about how to fix your credit. Don't get me wrong, I know a little bit. I was a loan officer. I did a lot of stuff like that, and so I know, but I do know some professionals, and I might do it myself. That might be another license I want to get, or I want to get into that. And again, that falls down to having a powerful drive. See, we have to have strong faith. So the five foundational aspects you need to have in your life. You have to have a mindset. You have to have good health. You have to have good credit. Credit is everything. You know, at first I was like, man, you know what? I got enough money in my safe and all that stuff. I got money. I ain't gonna worry about it. But it doesn't mean nothing. You need to have good credit. Good credit. I know back then, we were making mistakes. We didn't care about credit. It's about cash and all that, living that life, But credit is king. Credit is number one. You can walk into something and grab it like anything. You pull out a stack of $10,000, but you have 40, 50, $60,000 of credit. They're going to go to the credit. It's not so that, and then plus you're building your credit and everything. Well, anyway, so it's very important for you to have strong faith. Because without faith, what is there? And I'm not saying, I'm a strong believer. I'm a Christian. I'm about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Now you might be into the Buddha, you might be into something else, and I'm not here to judge you, right? But you have to have strong faith in that. Whoever you're praising, you have to have strong faith in that. Again, I'm not here to tell you who you need to pray to, or what you want to call your God, whether it's Jehovah. It's all Jesus Christ, for me. But maybe it's not for you, but you still have to have strong faith. You still have to have strong faith, you know. Good health. I'm always telling you every day, all the time on my videos, whether they're TikTok, whether they're on my keto page, on my Instagram, whatever they are on, I always tell y'all, take care of your health. I've had a lot of people pass away through these years of COVID. And it wasn't so much the COVID that was doing it. COVID was part of it, but it was their health. If their health was okay, this would not happen. Okay, I'm not God, so I don't know when God's going to take you, but I know that I feel different. My health was bad. My health, the last thing I had was type 2 diabetes. I used to get dizzy, I used to get up with a headache because I had high blood pressure. And I never had no energy, But today, man, you better watch out, baby. Look, they coming. They coming, But so I work hard, guys. I work hard. And I work hard to be able to tell y'all, you know what? God made us with greatness, man. He made us powerful. We just got to take that inner powerful out of us, And sometimes we don't do it. We find ourselves in a run and we don't want to make the move. Sometimes people stay where they want to stay. Right now there's somebody right now in a wheelchair, and it's sad, but they're still trying to fight. They're trying to fight. They're trying to get out that wheelchair. And then there's other people in the wheelchair that just accepted it already. You know what? I'm on the wheelchair and I don't care. I'm going to let the government take care of me, whatever. You see, that's the difference from people. That's the difference with having drive. I see people like the other day. I was, what was I at this time? Because I see people all the time asking for money or something like that, right? And I do give them money, but I don't post it. I don't put it on Instagram or on TikTok or nothing like that. It's nobody's business but mine. God sees what I'm doing. And there's other things I do post. I post a lot of things, but I don't post that if you ever noticed it. And I have to give a lecture, I have to tell them, and I'm not, when I mean a lecture, I don't mean nothing like I'm being mean to them. I'm just telling them, hey, why can't you work? You could hold up a sign. You seem there's nothing wrong with you. And they used to come with a story, or there's been times where I bring them food, hey, this is for you, and it stays there. And I go around just to see if it's still there. Now, if you're hungry and everything, why haven't you picked it up? Because people sometimes don't want help. They want money. They want easy. They want easy. I remember this one guy, he told me, he goes, man, you know what? He says, do you know how much money and because I used to work a long time ago, I used to work at Circle K, and I had a lot of jobs. And I remember my brother, I can't never forget it. I told my brother Pete, I said, hey man, you got some shoes, because they seem like they're the same size. And my brother says, yeah, I think I got some extra shoes and stuff. I can't remember. My brother gave them or somebody else gave them to me, but I brought them. I brought them to Circle K, and I gave them to him. He goes, oh, no, man, no, thank you. And I said, what do you mean? They're shoes, you're barefooted. He goes, well, I'm barefooted because I make more money being barefooted. So there's a lot of people out there that are panhandling, that are scamming, that are doing all this, and I'm not no one to judge no one, but sometimes we always say, like, what's the first thing we say? Oh, I ain't gonna give them my money because, it's a scam. They're gonna use it for drugs. They're gonna use it for that. Well, who cares what they're gonna use it for? The thing is, God sees your intentions. God sees what you're doing. That's all that matters. God sees what you're doing. So the next time you see somebody, give them $1, give them the $2, give them the $3, whatever it is. I've done that so many times that money always comes back to me. Always. Whether it's DJ gigs, whether it's and I'm doing a job, right? But still, like, just yesterday I got tipped $75 DJing, $75, and sometimes I don't get tipped, but I mean I get paid really well. And sometimes, it just all depends. And I go into a job, if I know there's potential customers that I'm gonna make more money from, then I'll go to that job and I'll work for them. But back to what I was saying, you have to have a powerful drive. You have to want to wake up. I know there's times you don't want to wake up, but get up. Get up and make a move and make a change. You'd be surprised on what your body is capable of doing, what your mind's capable of doing. For 4.5 years, my mind wasn't running nothing. I would act like it was running something. It wasn't running nothing. I would eat and eat and eat because I would never get full. Now my stomach was way over here. Y'all remember I was a big guy. It's right there. I was a big guy. I lost 98 pounds. And I've kept them off. And that is all from mindset. From having, number one is a mindset. You have to be in control of your mind. It's your mind. It's no one's. It's not your spouse's. It's not your kids. It's not your grandma, your mom. It's no one. It's your mind. For many years, my mom would always say, "Cómete toda la comida." Eat everything. And then they'll give you that story that somewhere there's people that are not eating, which is true, but they give you all this sad story and you would eat all this food, right? Well, today I do intermittent fasting. I do 20 hours every day, right? And it's 1:52. I can start eating about 2 or 3. That's 20 hours. I stopped eating yesterday, And it's an amazing lifestyle. But where does that fall into? That falls into 5 important foundational aspects to have in your life. And number one is mindset. How do you drop weight? You don't drop weight with diets. Diets don't work. I don't know how many times my wife had me buy diets for her a long time ago and all this kind of different thing and the Kim Kardashian and all these kind of diets that were coming out. They never work. I remember the one time we even did a hypnotized thing, right? She didn't eat that day because she fell asleep. We were bored. We fell asleep. It's like, okay. And then we fell asleep, right? So nothing works. But what does work is you. And what does work is the keto lifestyle. The keto lifestyle is amazing. And the reason why, because this is how people were living many and many and many years ago. I remember when we used to go to Sugarland. My grandparents owned a little, not a ranch, but a little something in Sugarland. And I guess you could say it's ranch. And we used to go over there and we used to meet the cow or the pig. And we would go out there and, be next to it and everything. Because when we were kids, there was no PlayStation. There was nothing, right? I'm a little older. And I remember we would meet up with this animal and then we would eat it. We would be eating it and we were good. There was no health problems. There was not that many health problems. Today, there is tremendous health problems with everything. I see people eat them hot Cheetos and put the lemon on them and everything and make them with the, look good and everything. Those are dangerous. Those are real bad. They're bad for your gut. They're bad for the outside of your intestines. They're bad for the outside of your stomach, of your gut. They're bad. They can really hurt you. People have been in the hospital for them. Don't think they're that red because they got more than one dye. So that's something that you got to look at too. The dyes of the food and my son, he has ADHD. They both do, and one of my son has autism, right? And the dyes are not good for people like that. They're not. They're not good. And I know some people out there that have kids that have like a worse autism. There's different kind of autisms. Like my son it's like his deal is like if it's raining, he trips out, but he's gotten better, and stuff like that. But So it's just different, But I don't try to. My other son loves Doritos. I don't try to give him no Doritos because he goes crazy. He's bouncing off the walls. So I don't try to give him no Doritos because of the dye. You know, they don't eat no cereal. Cereal is forbidden in my house. They have no cereal unless they go to their grandma's, and I hope their grandma's not giving it to them. So there's no cereal in my house, and they want cereal, I make them cereal. And I do this all for my kids because I don't want them to grow up the way I grew up. I know I had some times where I was able to eat whatever I wanted to eat, but today, this food is damaging us. And number one, mindset. You got to tell yourself, I tell you right now, and this is something that's going to be like, well, my God, because you're used to going to these buffets that are very cheap. That's exactly what they are. They're cheap. You should not go to a buffet. I'm here to tell you, you should not go to a buffet. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, the food is made too fast. The food has gotten people sick. It's gotten me sick. I've gotten food poisoning when I used to eat that way. Number two, MSG. MSG is almost like an addiction. And it's terrible for your health and everything. MSG. They put that on the food. There's another thing they put on their food so you can get thirsty, so you can buy sodas and everything, right? There's another thing they put in their food so you can be hungry and you can keep on eating and eating and eating, right? And of course, your body won't be able to take all that food, right? But some people, they eat and they eat. So when you get out the buffet, now you're full. What you say? Oh man, you know what? I can't even move. I'm real full. And you think you feel good, but you don't feel good. You put in your head that that's the feeling that you need to have. Well, let me tell you something. Stay out of the buffets because buffets are not good for you. That food, we don't even know what we're eating half of the time. No offense to no Chinese restaurants, but come on, man. We don't know what we're eating. Something, you know. So that lifestyle, that food right there can damage you, right? It could damage you. People get fatty liver and everything like that because of that, right? After we go through this show, I'm going to tell you 5 tips that you can do that will help you in your health, right? That would help you in your finances. That would help you with your credit. So, 5 important foundational aspects in your life that you should have. And I guarantee you, if you get these aspects right and they're important, they're very important, because if not, they're going to hurt you. First of all, if you were to win the lottery today and you were to get millions, if you don't have good health, how far do you think those millions will go? If you don't have a good mindset, how far do you think those millions will go? If you don't have good credit, how far do you think those millions will go? If you don't have strong faith, how far do you think those millions will go? And if you don't have the drive, how far do you think the millions will go? They won't. They will go fast. They will go super fast. So that's why you have to think. You have to really think. When you get up in the morning, you have to have a plan. I'm not a big person to write stuff down, but if it's going to help you, write a plan, and you have to go through it. Even if it's just taking out the trash, if it's this, you have to do it. And that's discipline. That's being able to be responsible. That's being able to do, you know what? There's times where I'm DJing and traffic gets me, and I go up a little late, and I hate it that I go a little bit late. But I'm talking like 5-10 minutes, whatever. But I give them the 5-10 minutes, and they love the way I DJ, so we're good, But it happens. It happens. Things are going to happen in people's life, right? So good health. Number 1, mindset. Get your mind. You can control your mind. You wake up, if you have to meditate, whatever you have to do, meditation's amazing. It's very, very strong. And it's good for your soul. It's good for your body. It's good for your aura. It's good for everything, right? So meditation, and tell yourself, I'm in charge. This is my mind. Jesus made me. This is my body. This is my temple. This is me. This is me. This is no one. This belongs to me. Whatever step I make, I make. Whatever step I don't want to make, I don't want to make. And you find out, you know what? You put yourself in a position where you're going to be strong. Your drive is going to be strong. You know how many times there's been times where I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing this. But I say, you know what? I'm going to do this because if I do this, it's a move that needs to be made. So I do it. You know, today, by the grace of God, I'm in control of mine. That's my mindset. I have good health. I can say I have good credit now. You know what? That feels so good. Strong faith. My faith is so strong. Before I started this journey, before I had high blood pressure, asthma, diabetes, and I don't mean to smile about it because maybe some of y'all going through it, but before I had the anxiety and all kinds of stuff, man, I can honestly say by the grace of God, I don't even get slight headaches. It's hard for me to get a slight headache. If I get a slight headache, I freak out like, oh my God, what's going on, you know? And so write these down. You know, if you have to write these down or share my video, because somebody out there, you might be able to help somebody out there. 5 important foundational aspects to have in your life. You know, the other day, a good family friend of mine, Mark, hope you don't mind me saying this, but he was talking about either he was going to get a boat or he was going to get a generator. And he got a generator. And we're talking about the generators that power the whole house, you know, that are amazing, that I'm going to get into. I'm going to probably get one myself. And that's a smart move. Now I know it was not just him; it was his wife, because our wife is our strong foundation. Our wife is the one that says, because there's been times where I want to make a move, and my wife's like, no, we can't do that. You know, we can't do that. And sometimes, you know, we want something, and then when they break it down to us and say, you know what, we can benefit from this, we can't benefit from this. So that was an awesome decision I put on her. Man, that's a great decision, you know. And sometimes our priorities are wrong. Sometimes our priorities are wrong. Sometimes we feel that life is going to be good the next day, right? We feel that we're not going to be having bad days, that it's not going to get cold again in Houston, and we feel that way, but we shouldn't. We got to, you know, be prepared. I got 2 generators. I'm prepared, you know, and I want to get the big one for my house. And I was already thinking about it. I was thinking about it a long time ago. I was thinking about a year ago. I was thinking about it when this happened, when all that thing happened. I think about 2 years, whatever it had been. I was thinking about it. And we just have to get everything together. And there's a reason behind the 5 steps, the 5 aspects. The reason why, man, if you don't have a strong mind, you're going to stay where you're at. Now, I know if you're happy at your job and you've been there for a long time and you're still not being appreciated and you're not making enough money and you still have the same car, whatever, let it be, right? That's you, right? And you're happy, okay? But are you really happy? Are you really happy? Because I worked for some employers before when I used to work, and they wouldn't treat you right. They wouldn't care about you. Today, if you were to get sick right now and you've been in that company, say, let's just give it realistic. You've been in that company for 8 years. And if you were to get sick right now and you've came in your days off, you came in when you were sick, you sacrificed for this job. If you were to get sick right now, or you had to take some time off, maybe they give you the time off, but if you didn't have, you know what? You are going to get replaced. They are going to replace you. So why do you think it's important to not settle? Why do you think it's important to have a mindset? Because when you go work at a job, your job is to learn what they are doing, to learn why they are driving the car they are driving, to learn why they have the position they have, to learn how they got there, and then you exceed what they are doing. That's what a person's job is to do. You know, when I first started DJing, I was carrying people's equipment. I remember like it was yesterday, and we would go to. I was a big boy. I was always been a big boy, and we would go to Taco Cabana because that's the only thing that was open at the time, and they would give me a burrito, the burrito and stuff like that, and you know I was happy, and they would give me $40, and I would go over there and work at the cantinas and the little beer joints, and I would play music, and I remember playing these big cassette players and one little turntable, old ass no name turntable, right? And I was playing this, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm doing something that that they're making way more money than I am. I can do the same thing they're doing, right? But I didn't think about I wanted to do what they were doing. I thought about, hey, I wanted to learn and exceed what they are doing. Now, I've always been a big guy, but I've always had hustle in me. Since a kid, since a very young kid, I had hustle in me. I used to knock on people's doors when I worked for the Houston Chronicle. People like, well, Houston Chronicle, young people, right? But I work for the Houston Chronicle. It's knock on the door and say, hi, I want to know if you would like to get the funnies and whatever it was at the time, the sales pitch, the sports and everything like that, right? And I remember knocking on people's doors, and then I remember working at Burger King at a young age, because back then it was not the age wasn't a factor, right? I started working at the age of 13, and then I worked 14. I think when I was working at Burger King, I was 15, you know. But I've always worked because my parents we were poor, we grew up poor. And we followed that government cheese and beans and rice and tortillas, and those times that we only had rice, we made rice burritos. I remember, right? And I take nothing from it because I grew up from it, I learned from it. And but anyway, guys, and I'm probably getting off a subject, but what I'm getting at is you have to think about you. If you have a family, you have to think about your family, and you have to make the right moves. Man, shout out to a lot of people, man. I want to give a shout out, and if I miss you, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give a shout out to a couple of people that I really admire, and so shout out to Tina Jimenez, man. Easy Insurance. She has all my vehicles insured. I left another big insurance company to go with her, and she's awesome, man. Shout out to her. Prayers for her husband and stuff like that. He's still going through something. Shout out to Lynette, Dynasty Financial. She's the reason why our credit has gotten better. Shout out to there's so much, man, people out there. Shout out to Christina. Christina, she can help you fix your credit. She's someone else. I can't think of the business, but shout out to her. And shout out, there's so many people, man. Shout out to Cuban Diva. Shout out to that number one hip hop station, Anthony. So these are cool. These are really cool people, man. And shout out to everybody that gives me work. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. We're about to get to the after Christmas. It's New Year's. And hey, I was gonna work on New Year's. This big job that I do every year, but they're not gonna do it this year because of the COVID and people passed away. Whatever, like I was saying earlier. But so I am open on New Year's Eve. I am open, and I bring it. Guys, if y'all see me DJ, I bring it. So I'm bringing you a hell of a system, an RCF system out there. RCF. It's gonna be awesome. Lights. I'm gonna go with the lasers, everything, because it is New Year's. So if you want to hire somebody for New Year's Eve, hit me up. And my telephone number is there, 832-715-2557. I guarantee you, every time I DJ, everyone in La Abuelita has a blast. Everyone and their mom has a blast. And anybody can vouch for that. Because I go for you. Whatever you want is what you get. If I go to you and you say, hey, we are from Mexico, we want this music, then guess what? I'm mixing that right there. And when I say I mix anything and everything, that's exactly what I do. So I do a lot of things, guys. I'm entrepreneur. I do a lot of things. I got my book. If you have not picked up my book, it'll make an awesome stocking stuffing, or what's it called? Stuff stocking. Whatever it is, it will be awesome in your stocking. Or you could buy it for someone. It's awesome. You do not have to. I had somebody say, do you have to do keto to your book? No, you don't. No, you don't. I choose you to do keto, but you don't have to. It's amazing recipes. These recipes, I still take them. I still do them. And they're very, very, very good. I promise you. So guys, I want to tell y'all something, okay? So mindset. Start waking up the next day. This is what I want you to do, okay? If you're listening to me right now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to wake up and drink water. Before you brush your teeth, before you do anything, drink water, right? I want you to drink some water. Drink as much as you can. Right? It don't matter if you drink 32 ounces, it might drink a couple of bottled waters, but drink water. It's the first thing you do is drink water. Don't put ice in it. Don't do it. Just drink water, right? Because what you're doing is you're clearing all them toxics and everything you had the day before, okay? Now, something for your health. That's for your health too. But I want you to get a teaspoon. We're going to start with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, right? A half a teaspoon of MCT oil. Guys, this is powerful. MCT oil. Half a teaspoon, right? 8 ounces of water. Put 8 ounces of water, okay? Put some lemon. I want some fresh lemon in it. If you got the thing, that's fine, but put some fresh lemon. And then if you have salt in your house, get that salt out of your house. Get Himalayan salt, pink salt. Pink salt's so good because of the minerals it has in it. It's a rock salt. It's very good. If you can't get the pink salt, which I know you can, get sea salt. You know, that'll be great. Better than that salt with the umbrella. The girl with the umbrella. I think that's still how it is. Terrible salt. Don't get that salt. Leave that salt alone. That salt's going to cause you all kinds of problems. Okay? So that's number one tip. Drink that, and that's going to start helping your health. You know, it's gonna flush you out. It's gonna help your health. You're gonna feel so good. You take away your bloatiness. It'll help you with your blood sugars. Whether you're diabetic, whether you have high blood pressure, because let's be honest, we're all like a cookie away from being diabetic if we do not change. You know. And speaking of cookies, if you do want cookies in this Christmas and or the holidays or even now, visit sugaristhedevil.net. That's our bakery. We ship all around the United States. Sugaristhedevil.net. If you are in Houston or Katy, you can come pick it up. I will pick it up. I mean, I will have it ready for you. If you want something delivered to you, if your amount, exceeds over 100, then I would deliver it to you. So, guys, I hope y'all learn from my show. I do I do these shows because I really care. God has blessed me, so I want to bless others. And so 5 important foundational aspects to have in your life. And that's what we have. And next time I do a show, I'm going to have the people I was talking about. So if you want to get your income tax done, I highly recommend, it depends on what side you are, but I highly recommend Lynette from Dynasty Financial. Okay, she's in the east side. I highly if you're in the north side, deep in the north side, Ed Tecania. I highly recommend him. And if you're in the north side by where's that by? I can't think of them. But anyway, if you're like in North Side, so Tina Jimenez, right? She does all the income tax and everything like that. Or do it yourself. Learn and do it yourself. Matter of fact, that's gonna be another thing that I'm thinking about, opening the business. Well, anyway, guys, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. And I haven't forgot, so that's the number one thing. So we went over mindset. We went over your health. And now we're going to go over credit. So if you want me to send you information about the people that can fix your credit, message me or leave a message on here, and then I'll tag them on there. And these are people that really will fix your credit. You got people out there that will say they do this and they don't do it, and they're lazy and stuff like that. You want people that really want to work hard, like if it was for them. Strong faith. My son's 11 years old and he reads the Bible every day. He reads it more than I do, right? But having strong faith, I have a lot of faith. And faith is something that we can have now. Powerful drive. Never tell yourself that's something that you can't do. Try it and try it and try it and keep on trying until you can do it, because you can do it. And have strong drive. Don't think that you need someone. Last time I had somebody say, hey, man, you know what? There's going to be a day where you're going to need somebody to help you carry equipment. Well, then I worry about that day when it comes. Because right now, I'm carrying my equipment. Besides, you know how easy it would be to get somebody to go with me and carry my equipment? But I'm not trying to pay them little bit. I want to pay them really good. So if I get a really good gig where I have to set up a lot of stuff, then maybe I would do that. I'm not saying I haven't done it. Maybe I would do that. Matter of fact, I'm putting my nephew, Alex, today's his day. He's going to go with me, and I'm going to start getting them ready. And then my sons, when they get older, they're going to take over my business, Unstoppable DJs, Stoppable Entertainment, Stoppable Media. Guys, if you need any of my service, whether it's, and then Lydia Buys Houses, still in full effect, guys. If you looking for someone to buy your house, call me. It's real easy. We'll give you a price. And if we can't make a deal, guess what? We'll refer you to somebody. I know a lot of realtors like Teresa, Ed. I know a lot of realtors that do it, right? And I'm going to get my realtor license. I'm getting my realtor. That's my deal that I'm doing this year coming up. I'll say I will do this year, but hey, we're 2 months away from being 2022. So I'm going to get my realtor license. And these are the people I'm working with, Chris, and so many. I know so many realtors. There's so many. Wanda, there's so many in different, fields and stuff like that. Shout out to all of them. Appreciate y'all, everything y'all do. Shout out to all the teachers out there, man. Shout out to all the teachers, man. And appreciate everything y'all do. Shout out to all the people that work out there, all the doctors, and not the doctors, no. Now, shout out to all the nurses and doctors, everybody out there. Appreciate y'all, guys. Thank y'all so much, man. I hope y'all enjoying my show. Remember, this show is going to my YouTube. The Truth, no, that's the book. Key to His Life TV. Key to His Life TV. Look it out. I want everybody right now to go to Family Freestyles, because, man, that's our other channel, and it's coming, baby. It's coming. We're updating. We're doing all kinds of stuff to it. Appreciate y'all. I hope this helped y'all. If you need my help, reach out to me. Be blessed. Have a great weekend. Until the next time. Bye-bye.
Sugar is the devil. Keto is life TV.
And share.